Hi guys and welcome to
Frights of Faewood.
Is that scarier? I don't know. I don't know. So today I really wanted to share a book with you that I think is awesome and very fitting for this time of year, and it's the Witches Crafting Handbook. So I found out about this through Facebook. I follow a sculptor, Mr. Finch, who's like a textile sculptor and does really fantasy style sculptures. I'll show some of his work up here somewhere because it in itself is amazing and you should go and check his work out as well if you haven't already. Anyway, he was talking about this book on there and I was like, oh my god, that is just so up my alley, obviously. So I went and checked it out, and he had a link. It was on Amazon, and I believe I paid about $25 for it. I know Amazon prices can be up and down, so I'll link it in the description box if you are so interested in this book. It's a really fun book, especially this time of year, but there's also stuff in there that you could use any time of year, honestly. But it has a bit of everything. Like, it is basically a witch's lifestyle book, if you like. It's got crafting, it's got cooking, it's got drinks, it's got home decor. It's got a bit of everything. I've marked some things that are like my favourite things that I've seen out of the book so far, but there's so many other things. These are just things that sort of jumped out at me, and I'm yet to try anything, but we're going to try maybe making something together. So things like this, the beaded socks, how adorable is that? I just think that's so cute. And that's something you could do on any pair of socks that need a bit of bedazzling. If you've got a hole in a sock and you want to do it up, if you just want to be a glamorous witch, then you can add a few jewels to your socks. Now, I'm not convinced whether this will be great on hair or not, because I don't know. But how pretty is it? I love the idea of bottles of just little bits and pieces like this, berries and leaves and tonics and tinctures and things like that you would see in a witch's apothecary. I love the aesthetic of that. Even if it was just like, I kind of am inspired looking at that to make an infused oil or something, or just like a collection of them for the kitchen. I just think that sort of aesthetic is really pretty. Now, of course, I had to mark this one. The Green Man. How perfect is that? After having made the Green Man costume for my husband, it was lovely to see a Green Man cake in here as well. I may have to circle back to this one and try my hand at it this time. I'm going to do something else, but I love that. These are so awesome. For Halloween, this is such a perfect little addition. They're little Devonshire, like cream and I think jam buns, but she's made little fondant tongues sticking out of it as well, and then added teeth and everything. I think that's so good. And for drinks, I love these little ghosty drinks, melting ghost cocktails. How adorable is that? I just think that's so cute. I think it's actually fairy floss that she's used for the top there. So anyway, some awesome inspiration there. It didn't cost very much for the book. It's just such a lovely little addition. And I wanted to make something out of it with you guys. So I figured I want to get my witch on. So I need to get into the whole full witch aesthetic. And so what I want to make is, of course, a witch's broom. So I think that's what we're going to make today out of the book. So I already have a large branch that I collected ages ago when I was doing the wizard staff. I don't know if you can see it back here, right there. And I don't know, for some reason I collected more than one branch, even though I was only planning to make the one wizard staff at the time. I was like, oh, this could also be suitable for a wizard staff. So I think we can use this branch that I've got in my studio to make a really good witch's broom. And I did go out for a walk earlier to get some branches that we could use for our witch's broom as well. So I'll insert that footage here. I'm just going for my walk, guys, trying to find some things that would make a perfect witch's broom, and I found these branches here. I'm hoping I can find something else to go with them though, to really fill out a witch's broom. maybe. Could work. Oh, that one's nice and full of stuff. That one too. I think we might be able to use some of this for a witch's broom. So now that we've got all the bits and pieces, the main bits and pieces at least, to make a witch's broom, let's get started. So my next step now is to clean this branch a little bit. It's got a little bit of loose bark and things like that, and it could do with a little bit of a clean and a little bit of a sand. So I'm going to start by doing that, and then I'm going to trim it to the length I want. How about I stop making such a big mess on top of this and take off this tablecloth. Pretty happy with that. I've scraped it down, sanded it, I've trimmed the ends of the broom. Now in the tutorial it does say to end up spray painting it a metallic colour, and I almost don't really want to do that. I kind of like it being wood, so I'm feeling like I might shellac this, and maybe I'll add some metallic to the broom handle end or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna definitely shellac it first and see how I feel about it, and maybe add some silver afterwards, maybe a light dusting of silver or something like that, or metallic or whatever. I haven't decided, but I just kind of like the natural broom look. So yeah, next step is shellacking this thing, and then I'm going to trim up all my branchy bits and try and make them look somewhat, broom-ish, neaten them up, make them sort of similar length, I guess, so that I can bundle them up together for a broom end. So yeah, let's do that. it's looking a little unruly at the moment, a little wild. I'm okay with wild, but I feel like I need to trim it down so it looks a little bit like a broom because it's kind of all over the place right now. So I think I might do a little bit of pruning and then we'll see where we're at after that. There is a lot of mess right now. Look at all this mess, guys. Holy cow. What do you guys think? I'm pretty chuffed with it. You can't even see the top of it. Hang on. This is my broom. Well, I can't even get it all in frame, which suggests it's a little on the large side, but you know me, guys. Go big or go home. It seems like it extends to witches' brooms as well. If you're wondering why the change of clothes, I went for a walk. It is actually the same day, but I wanted to put a hoodie on and a t-shirt and stuff when we went for a walk, so that's why I'm in a different outfit. But yes, I really like this witch's broom, and I put a little Aussie kind of flair on it. It's a lot of like gum leaves and little gum nuts and other, you know, Australian sort of native type plants in there. And then around the base here, I glued some of the ones that fell off and added those on there as well. And then this jute twine just looks really nice there. And I did end up spraying the ends with the gold, but I left the handle itself just plain, and I quite like that because you can almost not even tell that it is gold, except in certain lights it has just a little shimmer to it. So yeah, pretty pleased with this broom. I don't know that it will help me sweep anything or whether it will allow me to fly around like a witch, but you know, one can hope. And just to remind you guys, that's what the pictures of the brooms look like in her book. So I think we did pretty well. Anyway, this was a fun little book to play around with. And there's so many more fun projects in there. So I may or may not have some more inspo that I get from this book in later videos. And, you know, so if you're interested in me doing any other projects from the book, let me know. I'll link this in the description box if anyone is interested in purchasing it. If you are so inclined with craftiness and a little witchy spin, and especially this time of year, it's quite a nice book. It could be quite a nice present as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm so glad I got it. Thoroughly enjoyed doing that project. I think I need a witch's hat that's like more robust after this to go with my witch's broom. What do you reckon, guys? Another project? Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching me put together this little broom, and it might have given you some inspiration yourself, and maybe want to check out this book to get even more inspiration. Hit subscribe if you want to see all sorts of other creative adventures from myself and my little witchy ways. And for the rest of you, I'll see you next time in Faewood. Bye, guys. P.S. My studio is so filthy right now. I wish you were a magic wand. Clean the studio. Clean it. Witches' brooms work like that? Clean my studio. Well, I suppose it is a broom. I could use it like a broom.